Hey guys, it's Leon from Chain Lance here. I didn't top the regional, but Kyle did.
You're right, guys. I came 6th at High-Wycombe Regional about 3 weeks ago. It's just taken a bit long to get the Zodiac profile up. I was playing White Forest, Fiendsmith, Azamina. And this is the list.
Let's go.
3 Sylvie, it's the normal summon. It's the best starter in the deck. It's technically a 1-card combo. It's not a great 1-card combo, but it gets you there.
Agreed.
3 Elzat, the best extender. Card's insane.
I assume Sylvia only comes in common.
Sylvie only comes in common.
That is a sad
For now.
buff. For now, okay.
2 Elzat Azamina, the new card. You can get away with running 1, running 2, because if you don't get to put it back with Hallowed, it's nice to have for the trap to summon out a second one and get the resource loop going again. I run this more like a mid-range deck with a lot of putting cards back and adding.
Classic Bassett.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Same reason for 2 Tails. I would just want another target in deck to keep adding on the next turn. And Tails is the best one. It's also a consistency card. 1 for Sinful Spores, the White Forest, 1 Woes. These are the cards you want to end on. I play this instead of the Azamina trap because if you're getting shifted or Fua Lost or any of the more charmies really, just being able to normal summon the level 4 and set this or add this and set this.
You still end on interrupt. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
Whereas the other card needs you to be playing for it to do anything.
Yep, I agree with that.
Then on to the Azamina package. 2 of these. Can play 1 again. Bumped it to 2 purely just because I wanted more access to, for spellcasters with this.
Yep.
And because it's another sort of 1-card semi-starter that gets you there.
Sure, yeah.
And if you're playing, if you see this and this, and you've opened your 1 copy of this with this, you can't do the fun play of activate chain 2.
Sure, yeah.
Speaking of the next cards, 3 Wanted.
Okay. Makes sense.
Insane. It's the best card in this engine. You run 3. 1 Deception. It's not a starter by itself. You can run more. It doesn't really ever come up. If someone cosmics it, well done. Like there's better cosmic targets in this deck. You don't mind if that gets hit. You recycle it for days. And then 1 Hallowed. That's everything from that engine. Then best engine in the deck. Best engine in the game. Fiendsmith. 3 Engraver. You're running the tract with it as well, and the trap. So you want to see these cards. Yeah. You don't mind if they don't fully resolve. You don't mind if Requiem gets ashed. You don't mind if the Lacrima gets impermed. The only thing you really want, and obviously there's a lorry there as well. The only thing you really want is to get to the point where you've got a Fiendsmith card on field with Requiem equipped to it, so that you can use it as a send for Diabelstar or for the White Forest cards.
Yep, that makes sense.
It's purely just there as...
Oh, that's cool interaction. Yeah, definitely about that. That's nice.
Don't run the Toy Box engine. I run this instead because it's just much better going second. Now for the non-engine. Ash in the highest rarity. One day this will get an ulti, and I'm not buying QCRs until because of that.
Yep.
Free draw. This was just a sort of gut feeling for the event. My deck feels worse into the Ryziel variants, and this was a lot better into those.
Yep, that makes sense. Is that like Mitsu and stuff?
Yes,
sure.
Free Nib. It's really good paired into most of the Ryziel variants, and it's just insane versus Malice. 1 Veiler. It's searchable in the deck. It does come up sometimes that you search it on your opponent's turn. It's just another sort of hand trap to see. It's not that insane to see it. 3 Imperm. It's Imperm.
Yep.
Then to round out what should be a 40 card deck, Cool Buy. But it's not a 40 card deck. I decided on the day I was going to up it to 42 and move these from the side to the main so that I could run more targets in the side. It did come up, not saying it's correct, but it worked for me on the day.
Sure. I'll let you off this time.
Thank you. We'll go to the extra deck next. Really simple. The 3 White Forest cards. There's nothing to say about these. These recyclable, or all of them are recyclable, and this one can summon these even from banished. So there's never a need to run more.
Yeah.
For the Azamina cards, these two are mandatory. Then this one you don't have to run, but it's very nice to break boards with. It has a really good recursive effect in the standby phase of adding back a Sinful Spoils card. And to be fair, the extra deck in this isn't that tight.
Yep.
It's quite easy to make this and then go into Chaos Angel. You don't really want to make this for that and keep this in the extra deck for a follow-up or something it later.
Yep.
Then the Fiendsmith package.
The standard stuff, I'm
Standard,
assuming.
yeah. Not running the rank 6. Just not enough room. Like, it's not worth it in this deck.
Yeah.
You're using those cards to bait out interaction.
Yeah.
And then if you get to end on this, all the better.
Yep.
Then sort of the random spare bits in the deck. SP for clearance. Chimera,
Perfect rarity
it's an
for
end
that.
pod. Yeah, it's nearly Vanguard. It's same as the Wanted.
Yeah.
Like, they're too expensive. Chaos Angel,
Yep.
it's just insane. Typhon, it's also insane. And then the most fun cards, Magister's Chorizo. There's sort of a bad combo that you summon it using Witch and either this, or if you've not used it, a Requiem that's a spell trap.
Yep.
Because it can use, much like the Snake Eyes cards and stuff, you can summon this by using this as a spell trap
Sure. Yeah.
as part of its material. And it is just, I don't think I've ever used its effect. It's like an attack bounce or something.
Sure.
It's just a level 4 tuner.
Sure. Just have your combo easier, I guess.
Yeah,
Sure.
It means you can turn hands that just have the Diabelstar engine into full White Forest combo.
Okay.
It's expensive, but it's not in terms of the card. It's,
Yeah, it
it's
just does what it-
expensive in card advantage.
Yep.
Onto the side deck. We will go for the Frost targets. These are the two I brought in instead of Frost itself.
Sure.
Just felt I wanted more stuff to break a sort of back row oriented, not just a back row deck with it being Southern Regional in the UK, but Ryziel playing stuff like Metaltronus, Strikes.
Sure. Yeah.
These just deal with those before they become a problem. And Talents.
Did you ever side them in versus Malice?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to side in more hand traps versus
Sure.
Malice. For the going first Frost targets, this one kind of goes without saying.
Yep.
This one kind of goes without saying. This one sort of came in for everything else that wasn't Malice or Ryziel, but I found this coming in versus Ryziel Fiendsmith and Ryziel Mitsurugi anyway.
Yep.
And I just sided both.
Yep.
Then 3 really obvious cards.
Yep.
And 3 even more obvious cards.
Yep.
Just sided these 6 in whenever I was going into Malice.
Yep.
Just to do everything I could to stop them playing. And then even more cards that came in against Malice, but also against mostly everything else.
Yeah.
There's an argument to main this. I chose to side this and main the draw instead. Just because it's not terrible maining this in this deck because you've got so many ways of discarding it or getting rid of it if it is a dead card in hand going first. But it still was really good going second. It probably should be mained.
No, that's all good. Is there anything you'd change about the side deck going forward?
No, to be fair, I was really happy with it.
Would you stick to the 42, or would you
Yeah,
try
I'd
and
stick
work
to the
towards?
42.
Okay.
A lot of decks are running slightly above 40 at the moment.
Yep.
And it's not a terrible thing saying you're on 42 at the start of the
match,
game,
yeah.
and them assuming you're on a completely different deck
Yep.
because of it.
I guess it works towards if they want to blind dweller you or something maybe as well.
Yes, yeah. And even though Blind Dweller's okay against it, it's not insane. You can play around.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, that's about it.
Any shout outs or anything else you want to
Yeah,
say?
just shout out Chain Lance, for all the guys sort of just helping me deck build and helping all of us sort of growing. And as always, thank you, Darshan.